Okay, so ask yourself right now, have you actually put in your 100% effort for even at any time in your life? Have you put in 100% effort? Now, what does it mean to put in 100% effort? It means you're trying throughout the day, the whole entire day. You are putting 100% effort, whether it means working towards your side hustle, your goals, your job, wherever it may be, your school, any of that stuff. You have to be working and grinding towards it 100% of the day. That's what it means to put in 100% effort. There's no other way to say it. And to stay consistent with it, okay? Now, it might sound very difficult, but you can do this, okay? If you mentally choose to not let your emotions decide where your life goes, what you want to achieve, okay? Because what I want to achieve is what determines my life, not my goal, not my, my goals determine what I want to achieve, not my emotions, not anything else. It's just my goals, okay? That's what determines my life. So I want to achieve these goals. I want to have a Pagani Huayra as one of my goals. I want to live in Vancouver. I want to own a dealership. All these things, all of that is what determines my life. That is what determines how much effort I put in. I don't care about my emotions. I don't care about any of that stuff. So once you decide to filter that stuff out and start working towards your goals anyways, no matter how you're feeling, no matter what situation it is, okay, then you'll start achieving great things no matter what, because God knows you're actually putting in the effort. It's a very simple concept. All these things are so simple. It's like, why don't people understand it? And then people are average and they complain. It's like, well, are you going to end up achieving your goal? Are you going to end up becoming buff from complaining? No, you end up getting buff from actually putting the effort, eating the right food, getting jacked, actually training hard in the gym, not putting in half the effort, okay? Because I've seen so many people who go to the gym and they're skinny, and I don't feel bad for those people. Those people, honestly, no offense, they're kind of, not, they're just being kind of lazy. I mean, have you ever been to a gym, where everybody in there looks skinny and they look sorry, no offense, but they don't look like they work out, it's like, okay, well, I know you're not putting in the effort in the gym, so you're not actually getting a good workout in. You actually have to sweat it and actually put in the effort and work out. It's a very simple concept. You pick up and put down the weights. It's not that hard. It's the same thing in life, okay? You have to put in the effort and actually try. It's not that hard, okay? Everybody who says it's complicated, it's BS. They just want to call it complicated because they actually aren't willing to put in the effort. And because of that, they are trying to bring you down with them. Don't let them do that, okay? You have to believe in yourself and believe that you will end up achieving your goals and that you are able to do it as long as you put in the 100% effort. Because the truth is that if you put in your 100% effort, you will end up getting and achieving your goals no matter what, okay? That is the truth. So, now you have to filter out the times in your day. So what this means is, okay, what have you been doing in your day, okay? You can lie to yourself and say, oh, I was working for 6 hours today, and you were actually working for 3 hours and spent 3 hours, the other 3 hours on your phone half the time. So really how much time you actually spent working was 4.5 hours. Okay. That is what I'm talking about. Okay. So you actually have to keep track of what you're doing in your day. What actually are you doing? Okay. If you're spending half of your time scrolling, or you just randomly go on your phone, start scrolling for 10 minutes, and that turns into 30 and eventually an hour, and then you finally get off your phone after doom scrolling, that is what I'm talking about. So you have to actually figure out what you're doing your day and filter out the stuff that's not going to end up making you achieve your goals, because scrolling is never going to help you achieve your goals. Playing video games is never going to help you achieve your goals, and frankly, any of this stuff, all this stuff isn't going to help you achieve your goals. So you have to actually do the stuff that takes effort, that takes discipline, that actually takes all this stuff. Otherwise, you won't end up achieving your goals. All this stuff. I mean, there's no other way to say it. The people who complain, in my wrestling after losing the wrestling match, it's their fault. It's a one-person sport, okay? It's your fault that you didn't put in the effort during the conditioning. I've said this before. It's your fault that you didn't end up putting in the effort to learn the techniques and learn all the skills. And again, this is also the same thing in life, okay? It's no one else's fault. If you haven't achieved your goals, if you haven't gotten buff yet, it's your fault, okay? There's no other way to say it. So that's all I wanted to talk about today, guys. I thank you guys so much for the support. I'm thinking I'm going to start switching up some of my video content, like maybe start mixing it up a bit, maybe do some more lifestyle content, like do some, more day in the life stuff on shorts and stuff. So other than that, that's about it. Thanks for watching.